Hey, have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When CJ and I were trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions. How do I record an episode? How do I get my show into all the apps that people like to listen to? How do I make money from my podcast? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use too. And now Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now by reading this ad. We use Anchor because we live over an hour away and it brings us together as if we're in the same room. The sound quality is better than Skype and more reliable too. So if you've always wanted to start a podcast and make money doing so, go to anchor.fm/start. That's anchor.fm/start to join us and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. We can't wait to hear your podcast.
We will not be held responsible for any hearing impairments or damage caused to you from excessive exposure to this sound.
Hey CJ, remember that one time?
Oh yeah, it was fucking epic.
You're listening to
Remember That One Time,
the Inappropriate Storytime Podcast
with CJ,
and Chris.
and these are not your mama's fairy tales.
And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have finally got it. The tech gods have smiled down upon us. It only took us literally an hour later than we planned on.
We have liftoff.
We do. We have liftoff. Well, this is Remember That One Time with your hosts, Chris and
CJ.
And we are going over our brand new, fresh baby year that's coming up, 2019. We're excited, scared, thrilled, roller coaster of emotions, mainly because that's how I live my life anyways, but I'm medicated. Let's see. First things first. We want to give a huge, fat, honking thank you to every single person that has ever listened to this. Without you guys listening, all like 20 of you, but without you guys listening, there would be really no reason for this. We would just be talking to each other like we do anyways, and it would just be kind of a waste of time. But we still hold out hope that we can bring a smile to somebody's face listening to us being ridiculous as we do every now and then. So again, big, huge thank you to anyone who is giving us their time of day, whether it's driving in your car, sitting at work, drinking champagne in your bubble bath. Peace to you. I hope that's the case. Thanks again. Any
And
words?
thanks to the haters too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Even
for
if
sure.
you hate
They
us, you
fuel
talk
us.
shit about us. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. That completely fuels us. Like, it's
It does.
great seeing that, people are listening, but the greatest compliment is like the hate mail we get, because not only are you listening, you're paying attention and you're taking the time out of your life to like put in the energy of hatred. And that's like so satisfying. So
That's
double
what we strive
thanks.
for.
It is like our entire goal is to piss people off.
Yes.
It has been since we were about 14. So thanks to everybody, whether you enjoy this or absolutely hate it. We're getting a reaction either way. So there's no lose here. It's a win-win. So we don't really need to wrap up what happened last year. Everybody knows, what did I get? No, I didn't get married last year. That was the year before that. Regardless.
Last year.
Yeah, CJ got married last year. Houses were bought. Houses were destroyed and sold. Cars were destroyed and sold and bought, and craziness happened. But that's pretty much gone over all of the last couple of episodes. So if you've been listening and paying attention, boys and girls, you know what's going on. So we don't really need to go through that. But I will start off with some personal hopes for 2019, some goals to work towards. Of course, my number one goal is to get this podcast kind of rolling with a little bit more momentum. Somehow we've actually been getting twice the momentum that we had when we started this, but that's probably because when we started, we had maybe 3 episodes and one of those were lost into cyberspace. So what they say, you put effort into it, you reap what you sow. and we are sowing all of our wild oats and hoping to get something in return. So again, thank you for listening and continue to. And the best thing you can do, tell your friends, tell your boyfriend, tell your dentist, tell the girl at the hair salon, hey, these are some funny bitches, and if you want to get some dirt on, what's going on in the world or just some stupid stories, then give them a listen. Of course, that's everybody's resolution. I'm going to be healthy. You know what? I'm not stepping foot in a gym. I ain't doing it. I'm not lying to myself. I did not go to the grocery store and buy 16 pounds of kale. I did not join Gold's Gym. Nothing like that. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. And if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm not crying. Another goal, something I've started recently, which is going to sound really stupid and silly, but I am slowly learning Swedish. Because my husband has promised to take me to Scandinavia for our belated honeymoon. He's going to take
Why am I
me.
just now hearing about this? Y'all are going to Scandinavia?
Yeah, I've recently cultivated a appreciation and love for Vikings and Scandinavian and Swedish culture and European castles, and I don't know, it's just stupid, but this is why I'm slowly learning Swedish. Actually, the very first thing that got me into this was I heard an interview with the lead singer of my favorite band, Tobias Forge, also Tobias Forge of Ghost. He did an interview in his native tongue, and I listened to it on YouTube, and I was like, this is the sexiest sound I've ever heard in my life. Like, have you seen Swedish people? They're beautiful. Every single one of them. There has never been an ugly Swede ever born. Their voice, their language is like music. It's very floral. I guess I'm jealous because the American accent, we don't really, it's very flat. Yeah, I'm so and so, I'm from America. Like it's so flat. There's no no floral tones to it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's almost like everything they say, they're singing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they don't just talk, like they almost sing when they talk. Kind of like the Italians.
I know, right? And so I feel that we're a very big melting pot over here. So our language, I mean, of course it's English. The entire world, all of Scandinavia speaks perfect English. So my learning Swedish is just for fun, basically. So that goal is to learn Swedish. I think I just kind of derailed on that a little bit. But my last goal for the year is to finish my fucking novel. I have been working on this. Do you remember when this idea hatched?
Like 2012, I believe.
Yeah, something like that.
Something
It has been. Yeah, I've got notebooks with scribbles in it. I have got so many different like programs that I've scribbled in, email files that I've got little bits and pieces here and there. But I am 500 words into the second chapter. And I'm just finding it a little difficult because where I'm at is kind of a turning point where I can take it and it can be a supernatural thriller, it can be a murder mystery, it can be a love story, it can be an in-depth drama going over mental health issues. Like it could be so many different things, and I kind of need to make up my mind where I'm going to push it as to what's going to happen. And then part of me also just wants to kind of mash that all together and create this giant like War and Peace epic, but
That's what I was thinking, like do a little bit of everything.
I don't know how I'm going to tie that all in together. I'll figure it out. I'm going to work it out, and by the end of the year, I will have it probably in ebook format on Amazon for sale, maybe. And I'll probably print like 10 copies just to have one physically in my hand because I'm old school like that and I like to sniff books. And I'll probably give them out to like friends and family. Well, mostly friends. My family's not going to give a shit. So that's where I'm at.
Well, I read it. I read what you have already and I love it. I can't wait.
That makes me so happy. Dude, the best compliment I've gotten about it yet, I sent 18-year-old little sister the first chapter as well. And her response back was, oh my God. And I'm like, what? She said, why did you have to stop? Like, because I had to, because my brain stopped working. My brain stopped telling my fingers to type. She was like, no, I need more of this now. I need to know what happens. And I'm like, oh my God, this is the best compliment I've ever. Stop, I'm going to cry.
Oh my
So
God.
I know, right? So that is what I'm looking forward to. Now, a little blast from the past. I can't talk. We've each got our own little story about New Year's Eve because that's what has recently passed. We're recording this about a week after we're recording on the 7th, so it's been a couple days.
Because we needed that long to sober up.
Right. We got to take a break. It wasn't this last New Year's Eve, like as of 6 days ago, but the year before. We spent New Year's Eve at my mother-in-law's house, and this is when, now, don't tell anybody. Little sister was 17. She's still under drinking age, but we got her and her best friend smashed. And I mean smashed on Fireball. Now, we were playing Cards Against Humanity, and we had decided to do, like, anytime someone lost, or no, it was either lost or won, we'd take a shot. Now, that's like every single round, and it was supposed to be like a sip. Instead, her best friend decided she's going to fill up her own shot glasses, and she's going to do a shot every single round of the game. Now, this game can last like 2 hours long, so she got through probably 10 shots before she couldn't stand up anymore. So we put on some music, and the game completely fell apart. So we gave up on that. And so eventually little sister and her bestie are dancing in the kitchen, and it's less dancing and more trying to keep her best friend on 2 feet, which was a difficult thing. They ripped the towel racks that's on cabinets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they completely ripped that out of the wall, trying to keep her up. And she just kept moving from room to room. And we lost them for a little bit. And it turns out that they were in the bathroom because, of course, her friend was all over the place, not able to keep it together. But poor little sister every group has the mom. When everyone goes to get drunk, she's going to be the group mom, because she was she was sitting in the floor with her, holding her hair back, rubbing her back, and her best friend, like, she got violent. I'm not going to throw up. And she was like flinging her hands everywhere. She straight up punched her in the face.
Oh my God.
And so little sister's like, okay, this is okay. We're going to get through this. I'm going to kick your ass later for that, but it's okay. We're good. So we got her stomach to calm down a little bit. We stuck her in the living room in a chair, and she spent the entire time in that chair whisper screaming, "Are your parents ever going to let me come back here? They must hate me so much. Oh my God." So she got to the point where we put her to bed, and we actually lied, and we told her, I think it was like 9:00 at night, and we all got in little sister's bed, and we piled around her. We put a little party hat on her head, and we counted down, even though like there was no TV or anything. We counted down from 10, and we made this whole, ooh, Happy New Year, because she was like, I've never missed a New Year. I'm not gonna go to sleep. I can't miss it. It's not going to happen. So yeah, like 9:00, we staged a New Year celebration to get her to go to sleep.
Oh, bless it.
I know. So yeah, she slept through it, but as far as she knew, she partied till at least midnight. Wow. So once we got her to sleep, me and mother-in-law continued to have what were drinks? They were vodka and cranberry juice. What?
Vodka and cranberry juice, like the 2 worst things you could put together.
Oh no, it's so good. Well, I like it tart. So vodka and cranberry juice, or vodka and pink lemonade go pretty well together too, like strawberry lemonade.
I just can't do vodka anymore. I got sick on it too many times.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That, and I've discovered apple cider, like sparkling cider with Fireball in it, tastes like the holidays, and I love it. Anyway, derailed. So after we got a little more smashed on vodka and cranberry juice, we looked outside and we noticed that it was a full moon outside. Now, whether or not it really was a full moon is debatable. We could have sworn it was. It might not be. You can check the astrological calendar or whatever, and we could be wrong. But in our brains right then, holy shit, it's a full moon. And do you know what people that have had too much to drink and have a healthy obsession with Fleetwood Mac would do?
Yeah, they like, twirl around and howl at the moon.
Exactly. We went outside into the open field and we decided that we were going to dance naked under the full moon and listen to Stevie Nicks because that's what you do.
I could get down with that.
Yeah. Me and her mom, we tried to get her out there too, but we were killing her vibe. She's a very, little sister's a very chill person after she's had some drinks. She wants to sit back and laugh at everyone else, and she's feeling good. Me and mother-in-law, we get loud, we get obnoxious, we want to party. So we went out back in the field. We had our shirts off before we even reached the field. And I guess I didn't even realize this, but we brought along my father-in-law as cameraman because we wanted a picture of us underneath the moon, or just a picture of the moon altogether. So I've got pictures of us that my father-in-law took of us in just our pants and bras, trying to stand up with drinks in our hands, kind of falling all over each other. That, and we tried to get him to take a picture of us with the moon. Well, he had had a little bit to drink too, and he could not get the camera at an angle to get both our faces and the moon in the same one. So we got fed up with him and we were like, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to get this picture and we're going to make our own moon. So we turned around and we pulled our pants down, and my father-in-law took a picture of me and his wife, full blown asses out everywhere. So I've got that on my camera roll on my phone. So when people swipe, I've got some questions to be answered.
I mean,
So
I think you should put it as like a featured photo on the website.
Actually, I was
personally.
just about to say that I'm going to upload all of those pictures from that night
Yes.
to our website. It'll be under extras, I think is what it says.
I love it.
So yeah, that'll be up there shortly. And then after that, I'm pretty sure that my husband was getting irritated, and he's not a partier. He's not even a drinker. He's a teetotaler. He does not touch it. So he was sitting in the car by then. He's like, fuck it, y'all. I want to go home. I'm done with this shit. So once I got word that he was annoyed and ready to go, I went ahead and packed up my stuff and, went home. And then I had the worst hangover of my life the next day. Yeah, I was spinning everywhere. It was absolutely horrible. I did not want to leave my bed or the toilet. It was absolutely awful. So that's how I spent last New Year's Eve. This New Year's Eve was really chill. I think we were binge watching The Haunting of Hill House.
Dude,
And
I love that so much.
did you watch the whole thing?
Yes.
Yes. I don't know how they're going to do a season 2 because it really wrapped up very well.
I don't think they're going to, are they?
Yeah, that's just season 1. I thought it was a movie, like a mini series.
Yeah, I thought it was like a mini series. Like, that's it. That's the end of it.
That's what I thought too. But looking into it, it's just season 1. So I'm like, how?
Yeah, but did it get renewed for season 2?
Fuck if I know.
Because I haven't heard anything about it. I mean, I would love it if it did, but I don't see how they could. You can't. I mean, they closed it down. Like, they shut it down.
That's exactly what I thought. Unless they do it like American Horror Story, because it's not like a continuation. It's like every episode or every season is a whole new thing. So maybe they'll do it like that. I don't know. Maybe somebody else comes back and buys the house or something, because I don't think they burn it down, did they?
No. I
No.
don't think so.
So that's the only thing I can think of, is if maybe somebody else gets in the house and then things happen. But it was bomb. So that's what we were doing New Year's Eve this year. I wouldn't say I stayed away from it. I still had my wine and some, like I said, spiked cider.
Mhm.
That was good. But other than that, and making fun of Channel 4 for fucking everything up. Did you notice that?
I wasn't watching. I was
God.
I was at Ricky's parents' house.
Nice.
We were playing cornhole in the garage, and I don't know, Chris got toe up, dude. I don't know what happened. I didn't even think he drank that much. And then all of a sudden I get home and he is like, he's vomiting so hard. He's like busting blood vessels in his eyes,
Good
all over
God.
his face. He sat in the shower and laid down for like until the water ran cold.
Good
And then the
God.
whole next morning, like we were supposed to meet Ben for sushi for
Mhm.
lunch the next day. And Chris loves sushi. Like he wouldn't miss sushi for anything. And it came time to leave, and he was like, dude, I can't. You're going to have to go without me.
Oh no.
And so me and Ben went for sushi, and Chris stayed at the house.
So
And
it's not even like, I'm sorry, Ben, I have to stay here and take care of my ailing husband. It's sorry, bitch, I'm going for sushi.
well, I mean, I was like, you kind of did this to yourself, and also, I mean, it's sushi,
Right.
and we already had these plans, and he was like, he was like on his deathbed, like, go without me, you must go on.
Well, if he's gonna
He
be that
was,
dramatic, then you have the
yeah,
permission to do that.
he was cool with it. He was like, you need to go eat some for me. And it was funny because we were sitting there and our sushi got to the table, and I was like, oh my God, this looks so good. And Ben was like, yeah, let's take a picture and send it to Chris. And so he takes a picture of the sushi and sends it to Chris.
Did
And
he
as soon
throw
as
up?
he hit send, I was like, oh my God. He's laying there all nauseous in bed. He's gonna
Oh
open
God.
his phone and see all this sushi and go, what?
Yeah. Nothing better on an upset stomach than raw fish.
Yeah.
Fun stuff. Well, what hopes do you have for 2019?
I don't think this is gonna happen, but it would really, really, really please me if I could quit my job and become a stay-at-home trophy wife / dog mom.
There you go, goals.
Because I mean, that's what I aspire to. Like I told Chris, because I mean we've talked about it sometimes, like, on down the road, like, you know, like when Doc retires, like
Yeah.
10 years from now, 10, 15 years from now. And so I'm like, I don't know. I think about it, and I think about like all the things that I could do
So
at the
much.
house. Like everybody's like, what would you even do all day? You don't even have kids. I'm like, bitch, I will have the cleanest house you've ever seen.
I was gonna say,
Let me
I would
just
hire you to come to Dixon and clean my house.
let me just tell you, my baseboards would get cleaned every single week. My windowsills would get cleaned every single week. Like I actually made a list of all of the things that I would clean and how often I would clean them if I did not have a job and I could stay at home and do all that. And all of the meals that I would make, oh my God, I could cook from scratch every single day.
That
Like,
just sounds exhausting to me. I'm
oh my
sorry.
gosh,
I would rather go to work.
it sounds like my wet dream. It's oh my gosh, I would love it. There's nothing I would love more.
Well, also, if you did get bored, there's always something you stick your toe into. You could go back to, stuffing Twizzlers in your asshole. You know, there's all kinds of things you can find ways to, keep yourself busy and make an extra buck or two.
And yeah,
So,
I could always get back into the pedal pushing
oh yeah.
industry, or the um chocolate pie to the face industry.
Yeah. There's, when it comes to fetishes, there's never going to be, the pool
Mhm.
will never dry up.
Yeah. I actually the lady that was in charge of Waterlogged Productions,
Mhm.
she actually contacted me like probably, I don't know, like 6 months ago, and she was like, "Hey, I'm in Nashville. You want to do a shoot?" And I was like,
What?
I don't really do that anymore. Well, first I was like, new phone, who dis? And because I was like, I mean, it could be anybody. It could be the crazy, the pulling out his dick on a 5-gallon bucket dude. I didn't want to answer that guy, so I was like,
Oh,
I don't know if I should respond or not. But yeah, she
right.
was like, oh yeah, we're in Nashville, and I was like, yeah, I'm retired.
I'm
Thanks,
retired.
thanks for thinking of me.
Right. I dig it.
But yeah, that's pretty much my. I I didn't make any New Year's resolutions. I didn't make any goals. Like, I'm just like, okay, every year I've had a goal to lose weight, and I never lose it. I always find it. So I was just like, you know what? This year, my whole philosophy is if you can't tone it, tan it. So
There you
that's why
go.
I bought a tanning bed, and I'm just not gonna worry about my weight anymore. I'm just gonna get super tan and not worry about it.
Yeah,
Cause
because doesn't like the
I,
tan like shrink the skin cells anyway and make it tighter? So there you go.
I don't know. It's just people that are tan. It's harder to see their cellulite, and they just look better. I don't know. Like I know plenty of girls that are
Mm.
way
Mm-mm.
bigger than me, and they're tan, and they look good. Like they look better than me. So I'm like,
No,
okay,
no,
I'm
two
just
words.
gonna what?
Fried chicken.
Oh no 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 no.
We
That's
had a gym
why
teacher that we called fried chicken because she was so over tanned that she looked extra crispy, original recipe.
original recipe. Yeah, no, that's why in conjunction with the tanning bed, I'm also like dropping a lot of money on skincare and facials and all that shit, so I don't end up looking like fried chicken.
Yeah, I don't
So
blame you.
yeah, I'm just like, you know what? I'm not gonna worry about my weight anymore. I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to do it. So I'm just gonna get it super tan and not worry about how big it is.
That's what she said.
So yeah, that's my only goals and aspirations for 2019. I'm setting the bar pretty low.
We usually do.
Yeah.
What about what'd you do for last New Year's or well, whenever your story is
Oh, so my one New Year's Eve story. It's
that you're
actually
allowed to tell?
yeah, my one story. I had to whittle it down because mean old Chris said you can only tell one story because apparently I'm long-winded. I don't
That's a way to put it.
this is the first time hearing about it, but whatever. So so she told me I could tell one story. So I chose to tell the story of Y2K.
Oh
So
God.
yeah. So when it switched from 1999 to 2000, I'm sure everybody out there remembers that the whole entire world was just in an uproar because there were all these rumors swirling around.
Oh yeah,
And
and if you
even,
don't remember, you're too young to be listening to this shit. You need to tune the fuck
yeah,
out.
yeah, turn it off right now. So, I mean, I don't even know. It was like a culmination of a bunch of different things. There was something about the computers and the calendars on the computers. They didn't
Yeah,
know
rolling
how to
over to all zeros.
yeah, and like wiping out all of the data everywhere. Like everybody was worried that the databases were all just going to be completely empty at midnight. And then there was something, I think there was something about the Mayan calendar.
I
Something
I don't know.
I don't know. I was only 12, so I just remember everybody was flipping the fuck out. And I mean, I didn't really pay a whole lot of attention to it like in that year leading up to it, but like as it got closer and closer and people kept freaking out more and more, the closer it got, I started to pay a little bit more attention. And I was like, "Oh my god, like what if something really does happen? Like what are we going to do?" Like and I heard
We're all gonna die,
I don't know
obviously.
what I don't know what I was listening to, but I heard some of the more like crazy extremist type things like the electronics were going to explode and
Oh God.
that there was going to be famine, there wasn't going to be any water, like all this
Mad
crazy
Max style.
yeah, like all this like literal like, end of the world apocalypse prepper doomsday type stuff. And I mean, I was 12. I didn't know that like, this is probably not going to happen. I just saw people freaking out on TV and so I was like, okay, well, we need to freak out. We need to do something.
We need to.
We need to take action. And so like I'm talking like I was like hiding cans of beanie weenies under my bed for like three
Nice.
weeks. For like 3 weeks leading up to New Year's because I was like, oh, there's gonna be famine. There's gonna be no food in the stores. We're gonna be starving to death. So
And the
I
best
started
thing
like
you could stash away is beanie weenies.
I would just like whenever my parents weren't looking, I would just like take something out of the cabinet or the pantry and like put it up in my room underneath my bed. Like apparently I was looking out for number one. I wasn't thinking about anything that anybody else might want to eat. I
Mm-mm.
was just thinking about what does Courtney want to eat? Like what is going to keep Courtney alive after
Right.
Y2K? really all I was thinking about.
Apparently,
obviously.
it's beanie weenies.
Beanie weenies and oh, what was it? That boxed stuff. Oh, suddenly salad. Which how are you gonna cook pasta
What the hell?
if you have
Okay, I'm not
if
gonna
you
lie.
have
I
no
thought that
electricity?
suddenly salad was just like a salad topping, like bacon bits. Is it something
No,
else?
it's pasta salad.
Well, that's
It comes in a box and it's pasta and then it's got the little packet with the seasoning which has bacon bits in it and then like kind of like a ranch seasoning
well,
and
that sounds disgusting.
you mix mayonnaise with it and it's pasta salad.
Eh,
It's amazing. It's so
no,
good, but I don't know how the fuck I thought I was going to make it with if we have no electricity, how am I going to turn the stove on and boil water? I I don't know.
no.
I saw food and I was throwing it under my bed.
Well, apparently you're gonna have to mix that ranch dressing with your beanie weenie juice.
Apparently.
Eh,
So the night comes and we're doing the whole watching the ball drop thing and obviously I couldn't hide it from my parents at that point. I was like kind of freaking out and they were like, "Why are you freaking out?" And I was like, "Everybody on TV's freaking out." And they're like, "It's okay. There's no reason to freak out. Everything's going to be fine. It's going to be just as normal after midnight as it is right now. It's going to be okay."
Try telling your dramatic ass that.
And I was like, "Well, that may be so, but I'm still going to fill up the bathtub with water just in case."
What, to drink out of, or
I
just to have?
guess. I don't know. I heard somebody on the radio or on TV saying that, there was going to be shortages of water. So I was like, okay, well, if the water stops running, at least we'll have a bathtub full. We can live for a couple of days or a week or so. I don't know. And so I filled up the bathtub with water. I think I was at my grandparents' house, which was only 2 doors down from my parents' house, but we were all there watching the ball drop. And so we were in the basement because they had like that's where all my toys and stuff were and all of my stuff that I had over there. So we're all in the basement. And so I went upstairs when nobody was looking and I filled up both of the bathtubs upstairs with water.
God, I
And
bet their
then,
water bill loved that.
yeah. And so we're sitting there downstairs and it's probably, I don't know, like maybe 45 seconds till the ball drops and it's on TV and we're watching and I don't I'm so stupid. I don't know what I was thinking, but I had a Tamagotchi, like a little
Tamagotchi?
Tamagotchi, whatever, a Gigapet. I had a Gigapet.
Yes, don't lie. We could not afford a Tamagotchi.
Whatever. I don't know. I had one of them things, the little keychain thing. Oh, I had like 7 of them, but whatever. That's besides the point. And I remember somebody saying something about the electronics were gonna explode, and
Oh,
I had
God.
these Tamagotchi, whatever Gigapet things, nano pet thingies in my hand, and I was like, oh my god, they're gonna explode. Like it didn't occur to me that I'm sitting in front of a tube TV. Like that's not gonna explode, but these little battery operated little
Eggs.
digital beeping annoying ass egg things are gonna explode.
Oh, yeah,
But
that'll kill you.
yeah, but they were in my hand and I was like, I ain't losing a limb over this shit. And so 45 seconds left to go and I get up and I run out of the basement. It's like a half basement, so there's an actual outside door and I just blow out the back door. And I ran to the fence line and I threw them over the fence.
Wow.
All 7 of them, they were all hooked together on one keychain.
Holy shit.
And I just chucked them into the neighbor's yard. And I ran back just in time to see the ball drop.
Wow.
And so the ball dropped. We got to 0. Nothing happened. And I was
Much to your dismay.
I know. I think I may have. I mean, knowing my dramatic ass, I think I may have even like ducked and covered my head.
Oh, yeah.
like I was.
I'm sure you hit the floor.
Like I was just expecting the whole world to just crumble, and yeah, nothing happened, of course. And I was just like, I kind of opened my eyes and I was looking around and I was like, well, we're all still alive. Lights are still on. TV didn't explode.
Yeah.
I peeked
All
out the
thanks to
blinds.
me.
I peeked out the blinds. I didn't see a fire or any sort of explosion where I threw all those gigapets. So I was
Right.
like, well, I guess
That's
we're
because
okay.
you neutralized the threat.
I did. I
Obviously.
single-handedly stopped Y2K. You're
Of course.
welcome. Everyone, the whole entire world, you're welcome. Thanks to me. Quite embarrassing looking back, but also pretty damn funny.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of upset that this is the first time I've ever heard this.
Are you serious? I've never
I'm
told you about this.
100% serious.
Oh.
If I would have known that you filled up a bathtub and tried to hoard beanie weenies under your bed, you would not have lived that shit down this long. Trust me.
Well, good. Now you have something to make fun of me for the next 10 years.
Yeah, you know what I'm gonna start doing? Anytime I come to your house, I'm leaving a can of beanie weenies under your bed. Try and stop me, bitch. Dude, I might fill up your bathtub too.
Oh my god.
What the fuck is going on? Can you imagine though, walking into your home thinking that it's been empty all this time and you've got a bathtub full of cold water and beanie weenies under your bed?
I'm like, what the fuck?
But even better, if I take the beanie weenies out of the can and just put them in a bowl and put the bowl under your bed.
Well, by the time I got home, I'd be left with just an empty bowl because I do have a dog.
I could see Rebel, like, he's got beanie weenies attached to his fur.
Yeah, and a fat ass cat that's convinced that I'm starving him to death.
Right. He's Ethan's favorite animal in your entire house, by the way.
He's everybody's favorite animal.
Ethan will ask me, he'll be like, hey, when are we going to go over to Courtney so I can pet her cat? But then again, I'm sure we've heard of that before too.
Oh my god.
Well, we've got some predictions coming up for 2019. We are going to pull this episode back when we go over this again in 2020. You know, God willing, we're still doing this. Who am I kidding? We're still going to be at this.
Yeah.
So we can pull this back and be like, hey, were we right about this? Or, oh my God, what were you guys thinking? That was stupid. More likely the second.
Yeah.
So my predictions, I've got a top 3. I predict that Chris with a C will be arrested for indecent exposure in his neighborhood, whether it is by accident or him just finally no longer giving a fuck about anything and just whips his dick out in the front yard. Not like hey y'all watch this, but he has to pee, or if he goes running out the front door chasing an animal in nothing but his boxers, and then his twig and berries just flop out the front and sway from side to side as he's running. And, you know, absolutely horrifies Mildred next door. Somebody faints, has to call the cops.
It'll probably be him taking a whiz in the yard because that's been a hard adjustment for him, is this whole you can't pee in the yard thing.
Yeah,
like,
he needs to go to therapy.
Yeah, he's pretty distraught about it. Right. He brings it up a lot. It gets talked about a lot in our house.
It's amazing. My second prediction is that Wes over at 5 Star Show, I think that he will have his car stolen again because this boy don't learn. He keeps leaving his car running with the keys in it. Well, he like, oh, I just got to run to the store, or, you know, I'm just going to pop in and out real quick. He comes out and like fucking car is gone again. Yeah. It has happened now twice. Now, you should pop over to the 5 Star Show and listen, because I'm pretty sure his latest episode is detailing all of that adventure. Yeah. So pop on over there to the 5 Star Show. I'm sure you can find him at 5starshow.com, Facebook, the 5 Star Show, and figure out what went down with that and why he's such an idiot that he keeps getting his car stolen. So I think that's what's going to happen. I think he will have it stolen again in 2019 at least once.
But do you think is he going to get it back again? Because both times that he's gotten it stolen, he's gotten it back.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to get it back. Maybe now he'll put like a tracking device in it, and he might rig it up like Kevin on Home Alone and just like completely booby trap the thing, and he might just have it like stolen out of fun at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, maybe he's got the thrill for the hunt.
That's probably exactly what it is. He's just like sitting there waiting, like, I dare you to steal my car, bitch.
Yeah, right? I'm after you. I'm like Dog the Bounty Hunter. I fucking dare you.
Like you're gonna touch the door handle, it's gonna electrocute the fuck out of you.
Right? You set it and forget it.
Right?
So that's what I think's going to happen. And lastly, I think that CJ here will buy a new truck because poor thing, hers is on its way. It's on its last leg. It's not lying.
No, we
It
can't
is.
say
It's gonna
that.
die. I'm sorry.
It
It's
has
gonna
to
die.
last a little bit longer.
Well, she's gonna buy a new truck, and I know where she's gonna get it. She's gonna go to her local hometown, the bigger town than what she lives in, and she's gonna buy a truck from the man that wants to have her babies. Because when she bought her first Trailblazer, this guy came up and like put his arm around her and was like, "You're pretty. I want to have your babies." And he was in this like he had spiked bleach blonde hair. He looked like he stepped right out of a Smash Mouth music video. He
Yeah,
was
it
in
was
like a
bad.
neon. Wasn't he in like a neon pink PCB tank top?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know what his
Total
name is.
bro.
Oh yeah, his name should be Chad. I don't know what it really was, but it was like Chad or Brock or Braden, something stupid
Yeah.
like that. My apologies to any Chad, Brocks, or Braden that's listening, but you're a tool.
Yeah.
Not
You're a
gonna
douche
lie.
canoe. Sorry.
Yes.
You're probably going to
Sorry.
grow up to be a car salesman.
Exactly. A used car salesman that wants to have ladies' babies. So
Yeah,
that's what
I
I think is
mean,
going to happen.
If you look up the definition of greasy car salesman, it's him.
Oh, yeah. Now, this same guy, we actually went to that lot when I was looking for the car that I had to have within 17 days to get married. This exact same guy tried to play it smooth on us. He was like, "Oh, okay. Well, let me go talk to my manager and see what kind of deal we can make." And he like gets out his phone and he walks out the door. We're sitting on this little couch thing. And you can tell he's not even got the phone to his ear. He's literally just making circles in the parking lot to make it look like he's doing something. And then when he comes back in, he just puts the phone back to his head and he's like, okay, cool, I'll tell them. Like, dude, we're not stupid. We just watched you not do a damn thing. You didn't call nobody. What the fuck are you doing? Get back out there. We're gonna buy your fucking car. No. So we left. Ethan was like, this guy's such a joke. So once again, he's a tool. So don't go buy cars from there. Don't want to be a super douche and like actually drop the name because that's not nice. But yeah, we'll stay away from them.
Are you saying we've learned our lesson with name dropping?
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, have we?
Okay, Riverside Motors in the borough. 0 down, 0. Home of the 0 down, 0 something. I don't remember what was after. What is it? 0 down, 0 per. It's not 0 per month. That'd be something, but
0 down, 0 interest for
0 months.
6 months. I don't know.
I don't remember what it was, but that's like the accent that the commercials are. Riverside Motors in the borough. 0 down, 0 something. I don't know. I stopped paying attention. But the best, hey, you remember the very best car dealership commercial on the radio forever?
Nelson Mazda will make a believer out of make a believer out of
Make a believer out of you. No, Bill Hurd. You remember Bill Hurd?
Got your truck,
man. Bill Hurd's got your truck. Thank your lucky stars,
man. Bill
Hurd's got your truck. For the best selection in Tennessee, Bill Hurd's got your truck. Man. Yes.
Yes.
Never forget that. Anyways.
Free advertising. You're welcome, Bill Hurd.
Right? The royalties can... royalties? I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. What do you think is going to happen this coming year?
Well, for sure, somebody's going to get knocked up.
Oh, of course.
I mean, I don't really know who, but somebody.
Oh, are your ovaries, like, senses tingling?
No, because
I'm not saying, like, not yours. I'm just saying, like, your spidey senses.
No, I know what you mean. I'm just saying, like, I don't think my ovaries even work for like predicting other people's misfortunes.
There's no reception.
They're on such like shutdown, like
they're on lockdown status.
They are. Like there ain't nothing getting in, nothing getting out, nothing is happening in that area. It's just like it's all frozen.
It's a dead zone.
It is. It's a complete dead zone.
Nice. Well, somebody that we know that is of reproductive age will end up reproducing in 2019. I guess we'll
Yeah.
look back in 2020 and figure out who it was and be like, told you.
We'll just make a list. We'll be like, well, this person, this person, this person, this person, and this person.
Right?
And I mean, if they get on it real quick, it could even be the same person twice.
Nice. Now, here's the thing. Do you think it's going to be somebody planning on it, or do you think it's going to be an oh shit baby?
It's never somebody planning on it. It's always somebody that's like, oh, how did that happen?
Yeah, like they don't know how that works.
Yeah, like, oh,
Yeah,
I only missed 3 days of birth control. How did that happen?
what I really love are the people that call unplanned pregnancies like happy little miracles. No, that was an
Mhm.
accident. You fucked up. You just don't want to say it.
Yeah.
That is not a happy little accident.
Oh, like an accident like makes it sound like something that can be cleaned up.
Yeah, I mean, that could be cleaned up, but you're going to have a lot of Bible thumpers in your way,
Yeah.
especially down here.
I mean, I don't know. Like an accident just I don't know. I if it was me, I would just I don't know. It'd be a lot worse than an accident.
Right.
It would be a
Be an accident of me falling down the stairs.
100% disaster. Full on. Life is over. Disaster.
It's worse than the beanie weenies.
It is.
Yeah, you can't be throwing babies out the back door.
Life is coming to a screeching halt. Disaster.
Right.
But
Well, you know what's not coming to a screeching halt disaster? Remember that one time, because we have a bright future. What does that future entail? We have got something huge that we need to tell you about.
yes,
This is not coming up anytime soon, but we're going to go ahead and start teasing it now because, oh boy, is it going to be huge.
it is massive. It is the first annual 2019 Beer Olympics, hosted by none other than Remember That One Time.
With
And
commentary.
Oh, yeah.
Commentary by the 5-Star Show. He's sadly not going to be able to attend. He's going to be doing cooler things for his own podcast that day, but we are going to send him the video and he's going to overdub it with his commentary, which should be hilarious. We're going to have DJ spinning tunes, Mic Drop Mobile Media, so that'll be good times there as well. What else do they have to look forward to?
So let's see. Trying to pull up my list of games. Okay, so we're gonna have a flip cup relay. We're gonna have yard twister, a limbo, a Louisville chugger contest, boob luge, keg stand competition, a Easter beer hunt, ice tray straw shot, and of course Das Boot, and which those just came in the mail today. I'm so excited.
Oh my God, you're really
Yes.
prepping this early?
Dude, yes, and they were on sale at Macy's for $5 a piece.
Well, hell yeah. How many did you get?
Just two, because we'll be doing, two
Oh yeah,
people
it's
at
a
time.
relay.
Yeah, so I just got two. But yeah, it's amazing. And I mean, a lot of this stuff, like, I already have. Like, I already have this stuff for Louisville Chugger because last time this will be the first annual beer Olympics, but I did
We
have
tried this before.
Well, it was a flip cup relay obstacle course before, which
Yeah.
it turned out really cool, but we did it in the wintertime, and so when you've got beers that are toppling over on a table and it's like 20 degrees outside, the beer freezes on the table and it
Yeah.
makes it to where when you flip your cup over, it's like sliding all over the frozen beer on the table, and it's kind of cool because it made it harder, but I mean, you don't want it to be impossible to finish
Right.
the obstacle course. Anyways, we got drunk and it was a great time either way. But this will be more like actual beer Olympics, not just the flip cup relay. We'll have more a bigger variety of games. And there's actually going to be an actual first, second, and third place trophies given out, like actual badass trophies.
Nice.
So yeah, we've got that. So yeah, we are looking for obviously participants. We're looking for judges. I think I've already made a Facebook event for it, and there's a bunch of people that already said they're coming, and a bunch of people that already said that they're going to participate. There's a few that are already said I just want to watch. And then we've had a few volunteers for judges. So I'm thinking
Yeah,
we'll
if you
probably
want to get on this, get on it now.
yeah, let us know if you would like to be a spectator, a participant, or a judge.
Yeah,
We'll
you
have
can do
to.
that. You can do that either on Facebook. If you're a personal friend, then you can jump on that, or you can also message us in Facebook. We answer Facebook messages pretty much instantly. There's always our email address, two girls, one terrible podcast at gmail.com. There's a contact us field on our website. Remember that one time? You can find the website via Facebook. It's easier that way.
Yeah.
We can also be reached on Instagram or Twitter. I think those are the only other places. But yeah, there's all kinds of places for you to reach out to us via social media to let us know if you want to participate, judge, laugh at,
Yeah.
just sit around and get drunk, whatever. But definitely reach out to us.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'm super, super excited. And yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be a really great time. And I've got family coming in from out of town, like some cousins are coming down from Michigan for this. Like it's going to be a pretty big thing. And
Nice.
I mean, if you know me, you know that I love to host
Oh
things
yeah,
like
go big or
this.
go home.
So, yeah, of course, I've already bought supplies. I've already got like everything mapped out down to the T, exactly how it's going to go. It's going to be amazing. So,
Right.
I'm pumped. I'm super excited.
You should be. Some other things that we're looking into getting into, we are going to start doing some on location quick things for our social media. We're learning how to use Facebook Live. We're coming into this decade now, apparently.
Hmm.
So we're going to start doing some Facebook Live stuffs separately, most because we don't get physically together very often. We're not too physical. But if we are physically together, then yes, that's going to be amazing. But we do actually get into our own adventures separately. So, for example, I am taking my husband to see Metallica later this month. So that'll be fun to do couple of little Facebook Live shots from outside the arena and maybe a couple clips during the concert, that kind of thing, or what our thoughts were afterwards, something like that. CJ's got
Yeah.
stuff I'm sure that she can figure out how to do. So there's going to be some things. We're going to start broadcasting from different areas. Who knows if I'm sitting on my bed? Who knows if I'm in the local park fending off geese? Who knows if I'm sitting in a McDonald's? You don't know. So we're going to start kind of playing like a where in the world is Carmen Sandiego type of thing. And we were talking about this beforehand. So CJ does not know who Carmen Sandiego is, and that hurts my heart a little bit.
Yes, I know. I'm an uneducated swine.
Exactly. What did you say that you were trying to put two and two together?
I asked, does it have anything to do with when people say "Stay classy, San Diego" or "You stay classy, San Diego"?
Okay, now,
I
do
don't
you know
know.
what that's from?
No, it's
No.
something about Anchorman, isn't it?
Right, it's from the movie Anchorman. That's
Yeah.
how he ended his news broadcast was, stay classy, San Diego.
Oh,
Was,
that's right.
that. No, Carmen San.
I've only seen Anchorman once, and it was a long ass time ago. So
Oh my God. Well, do yourself a favor and rewatch it, but stay away from the other ones because absolutely horrible. Kind of like the hangovers.
but wait, the other what?
The other Anchormans they've made, I think it's just the second one. I don't know if they've made a third, but Anchorman 2 was absolutely horrendous. Stay away.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah. No, rewatch the first one because I've got so many quotes from that movie that I use in my everyday life. It's amazing. For example, you need to get some cologne called Sex Panther because 40% of the time it works every time. See? You know the quotes, but you
I
haven't seen
do.
them forever. So,
And isn't it something about rich mahogany?
yes,
Your
I have
office
many
smells.
leather-bound books, and my office smells of
Office
rich
smells of rich
mahogany.
mahogany.
Yes, it's amazing. But no, it has nothing to do with Anchorman. Carmen Sandiego was a cartoon back in the early 90s, and she her name was Carmen Sandiego, and she traveled through time and different eras of different things. So you have to put the clues together to find out where she is. So she could be hiding in 500 AD China or something. And so it was a TV show of where in the world is Carmen Sandiego. So you wouldn't recognize it.
It was
Probably.
a cartoon.
It
That's
was a
probably
cartoon.
why. Yeah, I was never really into cartoons, so
Well,
that's
not only cartoon, they also made an original NES game of it too. So that's what I'm mostly familiar with, is playing the NES game, Carmen
gotcha.
Sandiego. So that's it's kind of like Where's Waldo, the same kind of reference. So playing
Gotcha.
Carmen Sandiego or Where's Waldo. So that's what on that tangent. That's what we're going to be doing. There is a special place that CJ may be hosting from. What is the name of that place again? Do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
Lapodiandria?
Lapodiandria, yes.
Oh, that's true. Mount
Yes.
Lapodiandria.
Oh, I propose that I will be, since I'm running DJ stuff with the mics and everything too, I propose that I coordinate your beer Olympics from Lapodiandria.
Yes.
Microphone
Yes.
in hand.
And
Give everybody
from that vantage point, because you're going to be so high up, you'll be able to
right.
get the best videos and pictures, because you'll be 6 feet
Yeah.
above everybody else.
Exactly. It'll be perfect. So that will be wonderful. That's going to be a really good time seeing all of our family and friends. That'll be really cool to broadcast that. And we'll probably do Facebook Live for a lot of that too.
Yep.
As much as we can without getting in trouble. So, yeah, because Facebook and nudity are still not, friends.
I'll try to keep my clothes on this time.
Right. I would say take it to Tumblr, but they've recently gotten rid of female-facing nipples. So you can show man tits all day long, but they don't show lady tits anymore on the Tumblrs. Yeah, that's a thing.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, I know. You don't even know what Tumblr is.
I really don't.
No. So also, speaking of social media and everything, we do have a Twitter set up. We have a Twitter poll that has now expired, but I can totally reopen it. Go and vote on our Twitter poll, our Twitter poll on who do you think is correct. CJ says that technology is too hard and it's too overwhelming and blah. And
It needs to
say,
be more user friendly.
yeah, it needs to be more user friendly. And I say that it's perfectly fine the way it is, but CJ is out of touch with technology. And so you can put your thoughts into that. And also drop us your favorite drunk story. I know that we've already passed the drunk story episode, but it's fun. Drop us a line of, oh, hey, or it doesn't even have to be a drunk story. It can be any story at all. Hey, I remember that one time I gave a koala bear chlamydia. I don't know. Anything that you have, drop it at us on our Twitter. What is our Twitter handle? Do we have that?
Are you asking me that after you, in the same breath, you just said CJ is out of touch with technology. She doesn't know how to do it. She doesn't know how to work it. I don't even have a Twitter. I mean, well, no, I do. I just started it. I don't even know if I have any friends, or what do you call them? Friends, followers, stalkers.
Okay. Our Twitter handle is at the whole word remember. So at remember T1T. Because the whole thing was way too long for a Twitter handle.
Oh my God.
I swear I've only been drinking blue Kool-Aid. That's it. So, yeah. That's where you can find us on Twitter at RememberT1T. And we are pretty much good to go. We are wrapped up for this evening. What are we talking about next episode? Do you remember?
Yes, I do
I don't.
remember. Next episode, we will be we'll be doing part 2 of Remember That
that's
One
right.
Time We Bought a House, because our last podcast, when we were
Fucking
supposed to
Wes.
cover both of our stories, fucking Wes over at the 5-Star Show
Fucked everything up.
fucked everything all to pieces. He interrupted us while we were recording.
That's all he does
And
is fuck shit. If it's
I know.
fucking chicks, fucking up everything, fucking up cars.
Yep.
Good Lord.
Yeah. So he fucked it all up, and we lost the second half of the recording. So we're going to have to redo it. So I got maybe, 5 or 6 minutes into my part of the story about building
that was
a house
it.
and selling a house and all that craziness that happened. And then Wes called and it was all over. That was it. We lost everything. So we'll have
We lost everything in the fire.
I'm
sorry. I don't know where that came from.
So,
I'm sorry.
So yeah, we'll have to, we got to redo it. So
Yeah.
that's what we'll be talking about. And I'm sure that'll probably be kind of a short episode, I'm guessing, because we did get a little bit of my story. We'll just have to pick up where I left off.
Right. And all of my rambling's already done, so you don't have to listen to me, thank God. So that'll be a decent size. In closing remarks, thank you again to all of our listeners. It's the typical, we couldn't do it without you, but like, seriously, we can't. So keep listening. Tell everybody you know about us. Even if it's on the negative side, you can be like, these people suck so bad. They're so fucking unprofessional. Listen to this. They are not even funny, but they think they are, which makes it so much stupider and funnier. Go hate listen. I am all about hate listening. That's the only reason. Yeah, that's the only reason I listen to the Buzz After Dark anymore, because I can't stand the DJ that's on there at night. So I hate listen if I have to. But guess what? I'm still listening. They still get listeners. I still listen to my 5-Finger Death Punch or whatever they're playing at that point. So, regardless, rant over.
Yeah, so who's the real winner here?
Exactly. So thanks again for listening. And until next time, do we have a slogan for like, keep it classy, San Diego? We need to have our own.
No, our own you have that. You have that thing that you always play that says, "This is the end of our something broadcast."
Yeah,
Good night and God bless America, which I love, by the way.
I know it's called an outro, but I didn't know if there was like a little thing that we could do, like, okay, well, until next time, stay cool, or something. I don't know. We need to think of something.
Yeah, we do.
Because like my favorite radio show that I listen to on Saturday nights, what is it? He says like rock on or rock hard, play hard. I think play hard. That might be it. Greetings and salutations is how it begins. That I'm never gonna forget in my entire life. But yeah, so we'll think of some. Now I'm just
rambling. Next time, don't forget to remember that one time.
You know what? No, I have a personal slogan now. Like, I don't remember where I picked it up, but it really resonated with me, and it is now my personal slogan. And that is, remember, always say yes to adventures, for adventures turn into stories, and in the end, that's all we really are, is stories.
Uh-huh.
That's it. That can be our ending.
And then, that's a little long?
I think you're a little long.
What does that mean?
And like, think about it. After you die, the only thing.
No. I mean, I know what the slogan means. You said, I think you're a little long. I meant, what does that mean?
I mean, you got long, saggy titties. That's what.
No.
So, we will hear from you on social media, maybe. Hopefully. Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
concludes our broadcast day. Good night, and God bless America.